This itchy spot means 99% cancer in seniors if ignored. Early warning signs older adults must know. It starts as a small itch. You think it's dry skin, maybe your laundry detergent, maybe the weather. You scratch it, forget it, move on. But what if that tiny itch was your body's first whisper that something was deeply wrong? In older adults, certain types of skin irritation, when ignored, can signal one of the deadliest forms of cancer, skin cancer, especially a dangerous kind called melanoma. And here's the shocking part. Research shows that in seniors, up to 99% of these early signs are missed or brushed off until it's too late. The information in this video is fact-checked by health professionals. All sources are listed in the description and verified by a team of researchers. Stay with us until the end, because we'll reveal one powerful health tip that can help you detect hidden skin cancer even before it starts itching. Let's walk through the key itchy areas, what they mean, and how you can take back control of your health before it's too late. Itchy spot 1. The upper back, a silent danger zone. Have you ever had a stubborn itch right in the middle of your back, where it's hard to reach? Many older adults chalk this up to dry skin or aging nerves, but a persistent itch between the shoulder blades, especially if it feels different than other itches, deserves closer attention. Why? Because this is one of the most commonly overlooked areas for basal cell carcinoma, the most common type of skin cancer. It often shows up as a red, scaly, or slightly raised spot that may itch or even bleed lightly. In seniors, it's harder to spot these changes, especially in places we don't see in the mirror. Imagine Eleanor, age 72. She had an itchy patch on her upper back for 6 months. She used lotion, switched soaps, even changed her diet. But the itch lingered. When her daughter finally noticed the red patch, it had already grown into a lesion that required surgical removal. Thankfully, she caught it just in time. You can too. If you or someone you love has a lingering itch on the upper back, ask for help checking it. A 5-minute look could save your life. Itchy spot 2. Scalp and hairline. The hidden zone. If you've ever scratched your head and felt a flaky spot near your hairline, you're not alone. Many seniors develop dry scalp with age. But when one spot itches more than the rest and doesn't go away, it may be more than dandruff. Cancers like squamous cell carcinoma can appear on the scalp as small, scaly patches that itch, bleed, or crust over. These are easy to miss, especially under thinning hair. Consider this: the scalp gets more sun exposure over time than most parts of the body, especially for older men with balding patterns or women with thinning hair. John, 68, assumed the dry spot behind his ear was just psoriasis, but during a routine haircut, his barber noticed a strange bump. John followed up and discovered it was a form of skin cancer that had already begun to invade deeper tissue. It's not about scaring you, it's about empowering you. If you feel an itch in your scalp that persists for weeks, or find a rough spot while combing your hair, don't ignore it. Mention it to your doctor or dermatologist. Early detection is everything. Itchy spot 3. The lower legs, especially on one side. Here's a surprising fact. Itchy spots on the lower legs, especially if they're only on one leg, can be a sign of pre-cancerous changes in the skin. Melanoma, the most dangerous type of skin cancer, can appear as a new mole, a dark patch, or even a pinkish bump. In older adults, the lower legs are one of the most common locations for this cancer, especially among older women. What makes this so dangerous is that it often looks harmless. It may feel like an itch from dry skin or shaving, but if that itch doesn't go away or gets worse, it needs a closer look. One example is Gloria, 74. She had what she thought was a bug bite on her right leg. It itched for weeks, then turned darker. When she finally had it checked, doctors found it was an early-stage melanoma. Because she caught it early, she didn't need chemotherapy. She was treated and back on her feet in a month. If you have an itch on your leg that seems strange or new, look closely. Is the skin darker, thicker, scaly? If yes, take action. Don't wait. Itchy spot 4. The chest and neck. Don't ignore these visible warnings. It may seem obvious, but many people ignore itchy spots on their chest or neck simply because they're used to sun damage there. But when a patch becomes itchy, irritated, or begins to bleed, it could be a sign of actinic keratosis, a precancerous condition caused by sun exposure. These spots are common in seniors, especially those who spent time outdoors over the years, working, gardening, or even walking without sunscreen. These areas are also vulnerable because they're exposed to UV rays almost daily. Actinic keratosis can lead to squamous cell carcinoma if left untreated. The good news? They're highly treatable when caught early, sometimes with simple cryotherapy or topical treatment. Susan, a 70-year-old retired teacher, had what looked like a dry pink patch on her chest. She ignored it for a year, assuming it was age. Her dermatologist diagnosed it just in time, before it progressed to something worse. Your skin is always talking to you. Listen to it. Itchy spot 5. The ears. One of the most overlooked cancer sites. Yes, your ears. Older adults often overlook dry, itchy skin on or behind the ears, but this is one of the most common places for skin cancer to develop, especially for those who've spent years in the sun without wearing hats or sunscreen. When the outer ear becomes dry, flaky, or itchy, it could be more than just irritation. Pay close attention if it starts bleeding or forming a small bump. Melanoma, basal cell, and squamous cell carcinoma can all appear here and are often missed during regular checkups. George, 75, went in for a hearing aid fitting. The technician noticed a rough spot behind his ear. It turned out to be an invasive squamous cell carcinoma. He had no idea. Make it a habit. During grooming or shaving, check your ears. If something feels unusual or itchy for more than 2 weeks, call your doctor. How to tell the difference between a harmless itch and a cancer warning sign. Here's a quick guide. Does the itch last longer than 2 weeks? Is it in the same spot, not spreading or improving? Is the area changing, becoming darker, crustier, thicker, or bleeding? Do you notice a new mole, bump, or patch nearby? If you answered yes to any of these, talk to your healthcare provider. It may be nothing, but it's better to know. A powerful health tip to stay ahead of skin cancer. Now here's that one powerful tip we promised. Use the ABSC rule to examine any itchy or changing spot. Asymmetry, one half doesn't match the other. B. Border, irregular, ragged, or blurred edges. C. Color, different shades or unusual colors. D. Diameter, bigger than a pencil eraser, about 6 m. Evolving, it's changing in size, shape, or feel. Check your skin monthly, especially areas you don't normally look at. Use a mirror, or better yet, ask someone you trust to help.